Welcome back, literarians, to the Literary Lori YouTube channel. I'm Literary Lori, aka Lori L. Tharps. And if you love to read books or write books that center the lives of Black people and other people of color globally, then you are in the right place. However, this video is not about my love of books. It is about my love of what? Yes, Black authors. Because this is my very last episode of my special Black Literary History series. Yes, we have made it all the way to day 28. Thank God. Y'all, I'm tired, okay? I've enjoyed this very much, but it is time for it to be done. I thought that posting every day in the shortest month of the year would be a cakewalk. I was wrong. It was not a cakewalk. This was a lot of work researching all of these writers and authors, but it's been a fabulous learn for me. It's been really exciting, and I've been so grateful for all of you who have showed up and paid attention. So thank you. Thank you for those of you who have watched. Thank you for those who have commented. It's all been very helpful and helped me stay, showing up every single day in February. So one of the things that I have come to realize as we, wind down today is that I'm not done yet. No, I'm not finished. There are still so many more authors that I didn't get to talk about because February is the shortest month of the year, and it's particularly short this month. There's not leap year. We don't get that extra day. So I still want to give a shout out to a couple of more authors because they're important. They were born in February, and I'm still not even covering everybody. But I did want to shout out Philip B. Williams, who was an incredible award-winning Black American poet who is also now a novelist. He's the author of the fantastically fabulous historical hoodoo novel, Hours. If you haven't read it, you should. It's a big, fat, juicy, thick, intense story that if you love historical fiction that has a lot some speculative elements, magic, Black people getting their revenge, it's that book. Read it. It's big, it's thick, it's dense. That is Philip B. Williams. So happy belated birthday. Lola J. She is a British novelist of historical fiction and contemporary fiction. Her two most recent titles are both historical fiction. One is The Attic Child, and the other one, her most recent, is called The Manual for Good Wives. Lola J, again, has written contemporary fiction, but now she's doing a lot of historical fiction, and her kind of impetus for doing historical fiction is to give the voice to the voiceless from Victorian England, whose stories are often overlooked, overshadowed, or ignored. So happy birthday, Lola J. Then we have Russell Atkins, who was a Black American poet and playwright and composer. Yeah, just one of these overly creative human beings who also is from Cleveland. So, shout out to Ohio for all of the incredible literary work that happens in that state. And in fact, Russell Atkins, who was actually one of the first concrete poets, he lived to the ripe old age of 98, didn't die. He recently died only in 2024. And he was given a Lifetime Achievement Award, a literary Lifetime Achievement Award by an arts organization in Ohio because he was that kind of genius. All right. And then, most importantly, I don't know if I say most importantly, but also today, February 28th, is actually Monique Ilbudu. I'm not sure if I pronounced her name correct, her last name, but she, again, happy birthday, Monique. She is a writer from Burkina Faso, and her birthday, again, is today, February 28th. She's also a diplomat and a lawyer and a legal professor, but she actually has the fame of being the first woman to publish a novel from Burkina Faso. And that book came out in 1992. The translated title, because it was written in French, is The Pain of the Skin. So this woman is doing great things. She was also the first woman to teach in the law school at one of the universities in Burkina Faso. She's like an activist. She does all the things, but in her spare time, she writes these incredible novels. She's written 3 other novels after The Pain of the Skin. Her most recent came out in 2020, and it was called The Widow's Crossroads. And this is what she said about her work. Quote, "My work always comes back to the woman's struggle. I identify with the defense of the weak. I don't like injustice. I like freedom. I'm more of a woman of freedom than a woman of power." And then she goes on to say, "Being who I am, creating stories and characters contributes, I believe, to stimulating the imagination and the thinking of my contemporaries and my readers," unquote. So that is Monique Ilbudu. She is from Burkina Faso. She is born in February. She is awesome and an amazing Black writer. So do you see my point? This series could go on and on. I'm not even done yet. Farah Jasmine Griffin, Stacey Patton, Elaine Fluker, Trevor Noah. I'm claiming him because he writes jokes. He's a writer, and he did write a wonderful biography. I'm not sure if he... Oh, and a children's book. So yeah, Trevor Noah. Ellis Coast, journalist Charlene Hunter Gault, poet and playwright Angela Weld Grimke. You understand what I'm trying to say. You understand what I'm trying to say. Black literary genius just all up in, around, all over February. So I just think this whole phenomenon is crazy bananas, and I don't understand why everybody isn't celebrating Black Literary History Month every February. I mean, Black History Month is kind of problematic, in my opinion, because it separates Black history as if it's separate from American history, and that doesn't sit well for me personally. But Black literary history separated, call it what it is, which is the incredible phenomenon of Black people globally. Like somebody sent out a memo to the Black people and said, if you're going to be born in February, you are going to be anointed and be an incredible Black writer. So one thing that, doing all this research, I was kind of curious, like, why did this happen? What is it about being Black and being born in February that makes you so phenomenal in the literary arts? So I just decided to dip my toe into, I say dip my toe, these are my fingers, dip my fingers into some astrology to see if the stars could help me understand why we have seen so much Black literary excellence in February. So here's what I found out. 5 key things. 1, people born in February are either one of 2 signs. They're either Aquarius or Pisces. Aquarius are those people born between February 1st and 18th, and Pisces are those born between February 19th and 29th. Okay, that's first thing. So remember that. Number 2, according to the astrologers out there in the world, February people, whether you're an Aquarius or a Pisces, tend to be artistic, innovative, and clever. February people tend to be wired to be explorers, daydreamers, and they tend to be kind of, they have active imaginations, let's say. Okay, so that's all of February. All right, point number 3. I'm not an astrologer, but I just read what other astrology people say, and the people say that Pisces are the most creative sign in the zodiac system, okay? They are seen as the most creative of all of the zodiac signs. And this is from Creative Lunch Club, and they said, quote, "Whether it's through painting, music, writing, or even fashion, Pisces expresses emotions and concepts in deeply moving ways. Their boundless imagination and empathetic nature make them a force of artistic brilliance," unquote. Artistic brilliance. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There has to be a reason. So the Pisces people, the second half of February people, you're the most creative people, and your artistic brilliance is just your birthright. Okay. Point 4, what about the Aquariuses in the group? So Aquarius, this is also from the Creative Lunch Club. This said that Aquarians are known for their futuristic ideas and unique perspectives. Their creativity often leans towards science, technology, and humanitarian endeavors, but they're equally capable of producing groundbreaking work in art and design. And finally, an Aquarius artist will always surprise you with their ability to blend intellect and originality. So let me just point out that Alice Walker, Toni Morrison, Langston Hughes, myself, Audre Lorde, all Aquariuses. So take what you will from that. So basically what I'm just trying to say is that perhaps there's some astrological juju happening in February that just adds to the reasoning of why we have such a proliferation of Black writers, and again, from all over the world, because we can't say it's like circumstantial to the United States, because I shared Black writers in this series. I brought you Black writers from the continent, from Africa, from the Caribbean, from the United States, from the United Kingdom. Okay, so it can't be like, oh, it was something in the air in the United States or it was something in the air in Africa. No, it was all over. So I say it's the pull of the stars, or however astrology affects people. So when I looked at just, like regular people, meaning not Black people, there's also a whole heck of a lot of incredible writers born in February as well. I mean, there's writers born every month, but when we look at, again, the level, the quality of writers like Amy Tan, Judy Blume, John Steinbeck, Charles Dickens, James Joyce, Jules Verne, Victor Hugo, all born in February. So again, I think when you combine the astrology and like melanin, yeah, that's what it is. I just figured that out. Astrology plus melanin equals Black literary brilliance in the month of February. Okay, so there, I just proved it by science. There, science makes it so. So what do we take from this? What do you all take from this? Anybody who's actually listening to me right now. One, I hope that everybody next year from 2027 on celebrates Black Literary History Month in February. If we could like tell the calendar people that would be great. If somebody has those connections, let's make those happen. Next, if you are Black and you have a baby that's due in February, just expect that baby's going to be a writer. Most importantly, number 3, if you are a Black writer and you have not hit your stride yet, you haven't gotten that book deal, you haven't gotten that article published, I hope and I would love it if you took this series to mean that you're going to get there, that it's already written in the stars that you're going to be a great Black writer. You're going to be a great writer because you're Black and you were born in February. And if you're struggling right now, I want you to just look at these stories of all of these people who were literally in your shoes at some point, struggling, not getting published when they thought they should, not getting the recognition right away. There was always struggle. Every one of these stories, there was struggle, but then there was also triumph. So if you are that Black writer and you happen to be born in February, I want you to feel that you are a part of this holy tribe of wordsmiths. You belong to this incredible group of gifted writers, and it's going to work out for you. Like, I just feel it. There's some, again, it's astrology plus melanin. You got this. It's going to be okay. And even if you are a Black writer or another writer of color who is not born in February, I really hope you felt inspired by this series, by hearing the origin stories of so many famous and accomplished writers. Okay. I hope that, there's one author maybe whose story you really resonated with. I hope that maybe some of you just found out about a writer that's new to you and that you have a new body of work to plow through and to read. If you had to ask me, like, what was my favorite story to tell, or whose by backstory was I most touched by, I feel like that's hard to say. Like, I really actually had such a good time learning the backstories and the origin stories of all of these writers. But the one that sticks with me the most is Anne Spencer, the poet. I loved her story, and I loved what she was able to do with her life. And I think she's having a bit of a renaissance, and more people are learning about her work, which I think is important because she was a Harlem Renaissance poet, but didn't live in Harlem. So, but was still producing and creating beautiful poetry. and flowers. So again, I hope that those of you who have watched have found also been inspired. I hope you found not only inspiration for new books to read, but inspiration for understanding the power of the written word, understanding the legacy that we as writers can and should leave behind. And really, it's like, here I am learning about all of these people who many of whom have died, years ago, but their work lives on beyond them, right? Or people who weren't famous, but still their work is still here for us to devour. So if you are a writer and you're watching, I do hope that these stories inspired you to keep writing, to keep getting your stories down, and to know how important it is, and to know you will not even know the potential impact that your words can have. So keep writing. I hope again that this was inspirational for you. What am I doing next? Now that I don't have to come here every day and share a story of an amazing Black writer born in February, girl, I'm gonna rest, okay? I'm gonna rest for a minute, but I'll be back, because this series was an opportunity for me to get used to coming on YouTube every day. I don't think I'm going to be here every single day. That's just a lot. But I am coming back. I'll be back, but I will be talking now about my love of books and writing and sharing where I am in my journey. That's going to be the next video I do. Is going to be an update about my writing career and what is going on with my attempt to relaunch myself as a novelist. All right. So I will see you next time. I'm going to get some rest. Thank you so much for showing up, for paying attention, for leaving me comments in the comment section below. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Bye.